Normally, I start off most recordings with the phrase, let's go VCU. Instead, tonight's is, we are Richmond. Clap, 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 clap. We are Richmond. How's that? Welcome to the Coach and Crew Show. I am your host, the coach, Charlie Krause. And if you watched the video from earlier this week, I was like, just don't worry about it. You got the road win and move on. This is where the focus is. And look, it was. It didn't start off that way, that's for sure. It started off back and forth, and Richmond had their lead 28-20 at one time. And that was with what, let's say 2.5 minutes max left. And that's when Curry went out as well, being limped off the court and into the locker room. And you're without Hassan Ward, who hurt his ankle earlier this week. That was the setup. That was the situation. How do you close out the half? 8-0 run. It's now tied 28-28. So with that 8-0 run and going into that 8-0 run, plus the second half, what was the difference? Was a 53-21 stretch by VCU. And it was all around. It was balanced performance. Let's start with Ace, because normally I'm good about giving props to the people who fly under the radar, and I want to do that again today, but I always forget about the obvious. So today I'm reminding myself about the obvious, and that's Ace. 15 points from the field. He also had something like 5 assists and 2 turnovers on back-to-back plays, or 2 steals on back-to-back plays. Great stuff by the ball handler, and that's where it started from. Williams, Vince, he popped in another 15 points for us, and 3 of which were from three-point land, or 3 three-pointers as well. So they were hitting. Now, where I always like to go. Well, first off, I always like to go about Keyshawn Curry. So, oh my gosh, was I excited to see him come back in the second half. I was happy about that. Standard night, only 6 points, but that's not the story. Story is he came back, so that was good to see. Let's talk about the inside game. Hassan Ward's out. You're figuring, okay, possibly Levi might have to be the one that stops up the most and see what we can do. Or, and Deloche was in the starting lineup, so good for him. And he contributed 7 points, which is huge, and had 7 rebounds. Good stuff. But Browns-Jones, 7 rebounds and 11 points. And most impressively, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. So 3 from 4 from the line, 11 points, 7 rebounds. And that was just in 11 minutes. Talk about filling in where it matters most. And that just shows the depth by the Rams. And you got to give props to the entire coaching staff on that. When you can develop and just plug and play. Okay, Hassan Ward in and out of the starting lineup throughout the year, but most people consider him a true starter. And yet, 20-point victory against Richmond without Hassan Ward in the lineup at all. It just shows the depth, it shows the discipline, and it shows the structure. And when they were down early and throughout most of the first half, there was no panic. There was no, come on, guys, and there was no frustration and rolling our eyes and quick timeouts, none of that. It just, VCU was their VCU. And oh, by the way, it wasn't Havoc that caused the victory, okay? They only forced 8 turnovers on Richmond, which Richmond's a very ball-disciplined team. They are, and I do root for Richmond a lot of games. There's just 2, possibly 3 times a year where I just don't. I like rooting for the home teams, and I know that's probably wrong on a lot of fans are probably booing me right now on this, but I do root for the A10, and I do root for the home teams. Just on this night, I'm black and gold. VCU is now on a 9 out of 10 game win streak. They are putting themselves in position to make a good run to get that NCAA bid. For whatever reason, the conference, though, mathematically is not getting the love. And maybe that will turn come conference tournament time. But VCU is a solid 2 seed in the Atlantic 10 as of right now. Only 2 weeks ago, So still a lot to go, a lot of storylines to be filled, and a lot of puzzle jiggling to be seen. But when these ACC schools keep losing, that's a good thing for VCU, and VCU keeps winning. Great atmosphere tonight. Holy cow, the fanhood was awesome. What an environment. So happy to see the crowd back in full capacity once again. Hopefully it'll stay that way for the remainder of the home games as well. Let's go VCU is all I have to say. And just I'm earlobe to earlobe, and you can see the smile on my chin or on my cheeks. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us. Please comment below about the rivalry itself and what this win means. Okay, do me that favor after you subscribe. And then also check out our sponsor, whalehookagency.com. They can put their logo on anything you want, whether it's rec league jerseys, t-shirts for your company, softball team. It doesn't matter. They can put your logo on anything. Give John a call at Whalehook Agency. He's a VCU alum. Tell him the Coach and Crew Show sent you. Let's go VCU. Thanks for watching.